you for clicking. Thank you for clicking. Okay, so let's get into it. A bit of a backstory. A while back, starting from 2009, I started working as a professional accountant. Previous to that, I had been working just as a casual whilst I was completing my university degree. So obviously with my first job, I got a bump in my increase. So I remember in 2009, I was earning $50,000 a year. And to me, that was a lot of money. So I was like, yes, I've made it. And also the job came with really good bonuses and really good pay increases. So I was like, yes, this is happening. And over time, you know, with an increase in income, banks offer you loans, and I was like, and I needed to do certain things. So I started spending more money. In the end, after a few years, it came down to 50,000 Australian dollars, by the way. So one day I sat down, put it all down, and realized all my money pretty much was just going to maintaining this debt and just repayments, and I was never going to be able to save for my first house. I was never going to be able to achieve other important goals because I was just trying to maintain this debt that I really wasn't getting much of a benefit from. Now I'll break down the debt, just summarize it. I think 20,000 was for a personal loan, which I did use to achieve really good outcomes. 20,000 was for a car, which was inclusive, including the accessories, all came to 20,000. And then the rest was in travel and furniture. Now the interest that I was paying was so atrocious. I was just never gonna finish paying off this debt in time if I didn't do something about it. So I did so many things, you guys, but I'm going to list 12 main things that I did. I've just condensed them as much as I can. I just want to say I am not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. If you want to take this advice, take it at your own risk. So the first thing I did, I stopped buying clothes for a year. Now, the pressures on us to maintain a public image can be really hard, I know. And it's really easy to readily go into debt just to maintain this image. So one year I made a resolution I wasn't going to buy clothes. That was the only resolution I had for that year. And I won't lie, it was quite hard because halfway through the year, you know, sometimes you can forget your resolutions. And also you know, you have sales everywhere and it's easy to say, oh, you know, that's just $10 or that's just $20. But every time I looked at my bank balance, that kept me in check to say, okay, I do not need this. I need to get rid of this loan so I can have that financial freedom that I was looking for. So I started making a conscious effort on my clothes, and that translated to other things as well in my life. So I simplified my beauty routine. I was like, do I need a $49 scrub when a $40 scrub will do? Did I need this extra dinner set when I already had a dinner set that was working really well? So that conscious effort just kind of flowed until till this day. I still apply the same principle. Do I need it versus do I want it? And mostly I try to keep within my needs. So number 2, I made my own lunches and went out once a week. Now in the finance industry, it's so important to network, and there's a lot of events that sometimes if you attend all of them, it can be to your financial career. So I made the decision to only go once a week, just so I can be part of the industry and be part of the team. And because I started making my own lunches, I started to become more conscious of what I was eating. Okay, number 3, I implemented a dietary and shopping change. Basically, because I was making my own food now, cooking my own food now, I became more conscious of what I was putting in my body, and I started shopping more at markets than at supermarkets because it was cheaper, and I had more choice in terms of fruit and vegetables and more choice in terms of organic food, and that actually turned out to be cheaper than buying from Coles. If you look at this video, you'll see all these vegetables that I bought cost me $32. Supermarket will probably cost me double, if not triple. Started eating less meat because I was eating way too much meat, and I also started encompassing the nose to tail approach of eating. Started eating more of the offal cuts of always want to say offal, but offal cuts of meat. And I grew up on that stuff. You know, I grew up eating chicken livers, chicken feet for those who can stomach it, as well as chicken hearts. And I started eating less red meat, more white meat, and became more conscious of the kinds, how the animal was reared. So this journey to reduce the dead led me on a healthier path as well. If you go on Instagram and you do the hashtag Wednesday Veg Day, you'll actually see the posts that I do of the vegetarian meals that I have now encompassed as part of my drive to eat less meat. I'm not aiming to be a vegetarian, but I realized I was consuming way too much meat, and you'll see all the recipes and pictures that I've taken for the week. If anyone wants to join in on that, please use that hashtag and we can share recipes and pictures. Okay, number 4, you guys, I did my own hair 90% of the time, and when I did get my hair professionally done, I chose the least expensive hairstyle. So YouTube, I used YouTube a lot for a lot of the hair tutorials. There are just so many, and all I just said to myself, I need to be patient and I need to practice. And you know, I'm in Australia, Queensland, and there are not many salons that cater for African hair. So when you do get your hair done, it really can be quite pricey. There's not much competition, so you know, the demand is high but the supply is low, so the price is up. Number 5, you guys, I gave up my gym membership and started doing my own workouts. The gym is everywhere. That's my philosophy. I truly believe that the gym is everywhere. You can do lots of workouts with your own weight. There's so many tutorials on Instagram, on YouTube that are free, and you just have to choose what would work for you. My personal favorite trainer is a lady called my trainer Carmen. She's not paying me for this, but she's just someone I use. Her videos are straight to the point. She doesn't try to sell you on teas or you know, wraps or anything like that. She's pretty straight to the point, well organized, and I just love her videos. Number 6, I sold my car and started walking to and from work. Guys, I have a desk job, so obviously I don't exercise as much as I would like to. So walking helped me just to de-stress from the day and to get the day started. And I'm so glad I did sell my car. One of the other options I looked at was going to rent out my car, but unfortunately I sold my car, I got a good price, and so I didn't. But that was another option. Number 7, I didn't buy white goods brand new when I needed. I used Gumtree a lot, if you guys know that website. I was living with 2 other flatmates at the time, and we decided if ever we needed anything new, we would just buy it off Gumtree, and we were never disappointed with the purchases from Gumtree, because when it comes to white goods especially, people just want to buy the latest model that's out there. And because there's so many models that are out there, you know, you can get the previous model at a really cheap price and that's still working just as fine. Number 8, I attended for entertainment. I attended as many free events as I could. I'm someone who likes to go to art galleries and museums and comedy clubs, and in Queensland most of these are free to attend. Number 9, I got a second job as an invigilator. I worked 1 day a week in this job, so I worked from 7 till 12, and that actually helped me pay off one of the smaller credit cards. Number 10, reminded myself of the bigger picture. Like, I reminded myself of my goals and what I needed to do, and it's so easy to be detracted, and also people can discourage you from your goals. They can call you, you know, a cheapie, or not agree with what you're trying to achieve because you're trying to better yourself. But I always had to be my own motivator, because no one else was going to motivate me. I was going to change my life. I was going to look for this financial freedom from this debt that I considered was not a good debt. So I made sure that I constantly motivated myself, reminded myself of my goals. Every month my paycheck came in, I'd be like, okay, let me not waste it on silly things, just concentrate on getting rid of this debt. Number 11, so what I did was I paid off one of the smaller debts first, just to give me that motivation that okay, I can do this. And once I did that, I felt this surge of like motivation to repay off the larger debts. So once that small one was done, I went on to the bigger one, and with the bigger one I decided to make even larger debts. So one of them I was paying like $750 a month. I decided to add an extra $200 per month on it so that I could finish it in time, and yeah, I did it. Number 12, for anything I needed, if I could do it, I engaged in a lot of DIY. I think it opens up your creativeness. I think it's very educational. It saves you money and it's fun, and you cherish what you have. For example, I didn't have much cupboard space for my bathroom, so I built a ladder, and it's what you see behind now because I don't use it as a product thing anymore. This is a bonus thing. One of the things I wish I did, but I never actually got to do it because I managed to finish paying off the debt, was I was going to stop renting and actually start house sitting. There's websites that cater for it, and I think this was gonna be I was paying a lot of rent where I was living, and I think if I'd done this, I would have paid off the debt a little bit sooner, but oh well. Anyways, so you guys, thank you so much for clicking. This is my first talking video. Actually, it's at night. My daughter is asleep in the next room, so I hope the sound is really good because I'm trying not to be too loud. But I just want to say, for me, I am now debt free, and I'm so happy, especially now that I have had a baby and I am taking quite a long time off work. The last thing I would have hated was to be worried about paying off a debt whilst looking after my little one. So some people are comfortable with debt. I am just one of those people that isn't comfortable with it. I don't mind things like a mortgage, but the debt that I had, I felt like it wasn't gonna get me to reach the more important financial goals that I wanted for my life. So if you like this video, guys, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video, which will be something different. But thank you so much for clicking, and yeah, have fun.